Hi guys, welcome to Mrs. Auer's Health and Wellness class, and welcome to Mrs. Ettinger's kitchen. Give you a little quick tour here. Right now I'm making some homemade cinnamon rolls in the bread machine, but right now we're going to go through a series Mrs. H and I are calling If You Can Boil Water. So first off, let's start by showing you guys, I know some of you probably know how to boil water, but we're going to boil an egg today. But first, let me show those that don't know how to do water, this is how you get your hot water boiling. You need a pan, and let me show you the stovetop. You're going to need a stovetop. I use an induction stovetop, or most of you have the regular stovetop at home. I just like my induction. I use it. It doesn't matter, either one. So, what you're going to do is grab your eggs, put them in the pan. I'm going to boil, let me see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I'm going to do 10 eggs. You can see I got 10 eggs in the pan. Okay. Now I'm going to go over to my sink and I'm going to fill up some water. Okay. The amount of water you put in the pan for the eggs, I'm going to show you here. You put in enough water that's about 1 inch above the eggs. So after you put your eggs in your pan, you're going to fill it up with water and kind of look till it's about this much above the eggs, okay? Then you're going to take some salt from your salt shaker. And y'all have a teaspoon at home. You're going to grab a teaspoon. You're going to take your salt. You're going to measure about 1 teaspoon of salt and sprinkle it into your eggs, okay? Then you're going to take the lid for your pan, put you back over here, put the lid on the pan, and then you're going to turn your stove on. And you're going to want to turn it on to maximum high or medium high, depending on what kind of stove you have. I'm going to hit pause and come back when it gets to boil. Okay guys, just checking in. I was going to show you where we're at with boiling our eggs here. The water is starting to get a little hot. You can see we're starting to get some boiling going. As soon as we get to a big boil, we're going to set our timer, and then we will I'll tell you how long we need to do that, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we've got our eggs in our pot, and the water is looking good. It's starting to boil for us, so that is a great sign. So we're going to set our timer. So it doesn't matter what timer you use. I usually use my microwave. It's just easier for me. So whatever timer you guys use, that's fine. So on your timer, set it for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And then you're going to let your eggs sit in the boiling water on the stove for 2 minutes. Turn it down to medium heat because you don't want the water to overboil. If you leave it on the high setting, the water is going to overboil a little bit. So we had it on the high to get it going, but now that it is going, just go ahead and put it on medium and let it sit and boil. So we're going to do that for 2 minutes, and then I will come right back to give you the next step. Okay guys, my 2-minute timer just went off. As you can see, our water is boiling like crazy. And what we're going to, the eggs aren't done yet, but what we're going to do is turn off the burner and take our eggs. And if you're in a traditional burner, you would like remove the eggs and put them off to the side. On my induction stove here, I can just leave them because it cools immediately, so I don't have to worry about it. So now what we're going to do is the eggs have boiled as the water's boiling for 2 minutes. So now we're going to leave the eggs like this sitting in the hot water for 15 minutes. We're just going to let them sit there. So I'm going to go set my timer for 15 minutes. Super easy. This is just a lot of waiting, to be honest. And then after the timer goes off again, I'll come back in and check with you guys. All right, guys, my 15-minute timer just went off. And we are going to check our eggs, and they are looking fabulous. So we're going to go over to the sink. And the next thing we need to do is dump this hot water. Let me set up my streaming video thing here. You can see this. We are going to dump the water with the eggs into the sink. I emptied my sink out, and I figured this would be easy for you guys. Just dump them in there. Make it easy on yourselves. Now, take cold water. It needs to be cold water. And cool these eggs down. The reason you want to use cold water and cool these eggs down is you don't want them to cook anymore. They're not going to burn you, so don't worry about touching them. Now I'm figuring with you guys, you're probably not going to do 10 eggs like I did. You're probably just going to do a few. So just kind of run it over cold water like this. Get the egg cooled down so it gets cold enough that you can touch it. A lot of people, which I will show you here, will go over to their fridge and they'll get out an ice tray. And they'll use their ice tray and they'll dump the ice right on the eggs. And then they add a little more cold water to that. This really helps cool your eggs down pretty fast as well. So this is going to get your eggs to stop cooking and get them cool enough that they're going to be absolutely perfect. So I'm going to pick an egg here out of the pile that we just cooked. This one right here. And with it being Easter, this is perfect. And I hope you guys are watching this video pretty close because this is your assignment this week. I want all of you to boil an egg. And I would love for you guys to post in Mrs. Auer's Health and Wellness a comment about boiling an egg, and then on the Remind app or texting or posting a picture of you guys, or on Flipgrid, show us a picture of you guys boiling an egg. So let's peel this and I'll show you what it looks like inside, okay? Let's get this baby peeled. And see how easy this peels? Part of that has to do with putting that teaspoon of salt in there. That's super important, okay? And look at how easy this peels. It comes right off. Okay. Now I'm going to have my husband taste test this after I show it to you guys because Mrs. Ettinger isn't a huge egg fan. But that's all right. Now, usually after I peel it, I rinse it one more time just to make sure I got all the eggshell off. But I'm going to cut it open now so you guys can see what it looks like on the inside. Should be a nice cut onto the, oh yeah, that's perfect. Look at that. Can you see that? That that egg turned out absolutely perfect. There's no green ring, which means I didn't overcook it. It's a nice hard boiled. It's soft, but it's not too soft. So that is absolutely perfect. So there you go. Mrs. Ettinger's hard-boiled eggs. So I look forward to you guys trying this recipe this week, posting on Flipgrid or showing us some other way a picture of you guys doing your hard-boiled eggs and leaving us a comment about it.